Hey man, no surrender, no retreat. No surrender like an athlete. When I'm in the mood, tell the jump for me. We know the way I got the heat. Oh, oh, oh. Me are the miracle. Oh, oh, oh. Me are the original.
Yo, test it then. It's yours truly, Madness KMA, and I am here for the preview right now, representing for the Jungle Report and the one and only icon, Stevie Hyper D. And this is the early preview, and these are the guys responsible. We've got Jamie and we've got Darrell in the premises, well, outside the premises. We're about to go live.
Yes,
Just tell us what's happening here, because finally, obviously, I did my piece to try and help for the icon that is Stevie Hyper D, the GOAT of all MCs of all time. Let's not ever get it twisted, because if there wasn't him, we wouldn't have the sing-alongs, we wouldn't have the rhythm riders the way he did, with the countless amount of energy that he did. And it was a pleasure to represent. So the Kickstarter program was going, and that's when I contacted you guys to say, you know, let me get involved to try and help and just give a little publicity for it. And on the channel, it was such an honor to represent for such a legendary guy. So tell us about some of the journey. How did it get to this? Because it's been filming for some time now, right?
Yeah, so we started making this film in 2017, but actually it was in development since 2012.
Yeah. And it was initially a documentary.
Yeah, so it's a feature documentary, and we finished it in 2021, or we picture locked it in 2021, and then did a first pass at the sort of grade 2022, and then started shopping it 23 into 24. Got a distributor end of last year, and then basically all year we've been planning release.
But before you get there, how did you get? So you're a producer.
So I'm a producer by trade.
And it was just something you was passionate about.
So Darrell actually approached me. I used to do a lot of music journalism alongside my sort of production work, and I made a short film on Navigator.
Okay.
And he'd seen the work on Navigator, and then was just like, yeah, I'd love for you to do something on Stevie, basically. And he was like my uncle, and I was like, right, let's definitely do something.
And that's the thing. And I can see features. I swear I can. So for you, you know, having this iconic uncle, and obviously, I don't know, I think you're close in similar age, was it?
Or? Yeah, there's 10 years between us.
So right, so you saw his journey and how it, you know, progressed to what it is to people, you know, just being a legendary icon as it is today. Yeah. And then you just wanted the story to get out about his life and story.
I was a bit frustrated when his 10-year memorial kind of came out, and there was nothing really done. No one approached me doing no raids or anything like that. And then you kind of had a look on YouTube, and it was just like a couple of tapes, and I was like, I've got to do something. I think, you know, it's at that point, it's 10 years, and if I don't do something, no one else.
To honour his name, yeah.
And then that's when we kind of started doing, looking into doing other music and stuff like that. And I came across Matt, who's done the Rinse FM, my Uncle Doug's show, and from there it just got bigger and bigger and bigger, and more people showed interest.
Yeah.
So that was our driving force.
I think that's what it is as well. Is because, as we know, you know, as time and history goes on, people you can get rubbed out of history.
Yeah.
But the good thing about those days with hardcore and jungle and early drum and bass, the videos were there, the tape packs are there.
Yeah.
People, you cannot deny the voice of who is this guy all the time. So I think it's just such a brilliant project, so people can look at it from the new school generation of jungle drum and bass. Now they can look back on it and say, oh, that's him, and this story that is being told within this is, what do we expect to see within this movie?
Well, it's, well, first and foremost, it's, obviously it's a music documentary, but really, like, we set out to make a film. Yeah, we shot really high for it. I did shoot really high for it. It's in a sort of similar vein as like Senna or Amy, made by a filmmaker called Asif Kapadia. And what we ended up with was like a biopic. So it's, on one hand, it's a music documentary that sort of tells the chronology of somebody going through hardcore and jungle, as you say, but really ultimately it's a story about a person, and Darrell takes us on that journey, the story about the person. And it's full of music from the time and music from the era, but really it has emotional heart and narrative that a lot of, dare I say, a lot of generic music documentaries don't have. And I don't think there's ever been a film about our world and our culture that's been told in this way.
That's true, because there is so many different documentaries about drum and bass history, jungle history, garage history, and these sort of things, but it's always told from a certain narrative of a collective of individual people or a group of people. Say they might be based from East London or South London, and these documentaries go around and they ask the same questions to the same set of people. You get the same answers. So it had to be done, you know, because with it will tell the history about the realism of somebody who captured the audiences up and down the country and overseas as well. And you know, how do your family feel that now it's come together?
You know, seeing Steve work so hard and get to eventually reaching that pinnacle.
Yeah,
was kind of
we used to call him a machine.
Yeah, he was. he was a robot,
machine.
Man. You know what I mean? You know, he got that bouncer gave him that because he saw Steve like 3 nights. 3 times in one night and was like, bro, what, you still chatting? And he's done like 3 hours here, 4 hours here.
Yeah.
So we always knew Steve had that special something. And, you know, seeing that kind of, turn into his reality, we kind of been happy for something.
Yeah.
Because, you saw him do that real, when people nowadays say, I want to do this, want to be an MC, it's like, there's a level of graft you got to do to get to where he got to. And it took the UK MC scene quite a long time to kind of find their feet. We was always in the shadow of the reggae or hip hop, but it was never really our own. When the rave era came,